What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I'm tired of y'all trying to discredit Black Panther for being the first superhero movie with a predominantly black cast, a black director, surrounded by blackness for real, right? Whenever black folks make the point that whether it's, I just saw Lupita Nyong'o. She was talking about people being nervous about how the movie was going to do due to the fact that that it was a black superhero. The movie was about a black superhero, and it was surrounded. I mean, it was a predominantly black cast. All of that, how the world would perceive it. There are a lot of like other people that were like wondering how the movie was going to do, and basically they were saying they all felt the movie was going to do great and it was going to do perfectly fine, right? And so when she made that point, I looked at the responses. People like, and they always do this. Whenever people try to give Black Panther its credit for being the first superhero movie with a predominantly black cast. Here comes somebody. Oh, they always come out. Well, what about Blade? How can you? Blade was the first black superhero. What about Blade? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Y'all know what the hell they talking about when they say first black superhero movie with a predominantly black cast. They're not saying it's the first black superhero movie, right? Let's just be for real. Let's make the distinction, and y'all know it. Y'all just don't like when black folks try to speak about anything regarding race because it make y'all, especially the anti-black racists, oh my God, it's about race, oh my God. So they go and deflect the blade. Not because they want to champion Wesley Snipes. It's really because they don't want to talk about race at all. And so Blade is that is their that's their what about Chicago. Okay, when we talk about black superhero movies with a predominantly black cast, so I saw people like, why did Lupita think it wasn't going to do good? Blade did well. Woo woo. Man, first of all, Black Panther is not one of the primary superheroes, right? It's a superhero film, Marvel movie, but Black Panther was not A-list in the comics. It was not the premiere. He wasn't the Hulk. He wasn't trying to think superheroes what I'm talking about. He wasn't X-Men. He wasn't Wolverine. He wasn't in that tier. T'Challa was not. Now the movie helped to rise popularity in the superhero. Definitely, the movie helped to bolster the stock of Black Panther. A lot of people read Black Panther comics for sure. A ton of people did, but it wasn't the A-list superhero in the Marvel universe. It wasn't, right? You had Iron Man and all of that was before Black Panther. People was putting Iron Man and Captain America and all of that first, And so when you couple that with the idea that this movie is a film surrounded in blackness because T'Challa is a king of Africa, right? The movie is surrounded in nothing but blackness. Then you have Michael B. Jordan playing Njidaka, aka Killmonger. It's around, and you got a black director, all of that, black costume design, all of that. A lot of people probably it was not the people in the movie, but yeah, it was a lot of people probably around Hollywood thinking, hey, I don't know how good this movie is going to do because it's not going to resonate with with the white American public or whatever, right? So I'm sure there were people nervous and concerned, but people always, when we express these things or when people talk about it, anti-black racists, they be, what about Blade? It was more than just a Black Panther was not the first superhero. Blade was. Wesley Snipes. Hey, man, shut up, dog. I love Blade. I love Wesley Snipes. Wasn't shit black. Nothing felt black about the movie Blade. The only thing that felt black about Blade was Wesley Snipes. That's it. Wasn't shit else about Blade black. And it, like, nothing about Blade felt black at all. First of all, the first movie starts off in a rave. That is not equivalent, that's not equal to black culture. Black folks ain't just being in raves. Like, that's not our culture, one, right? I don't know, and other than in Boucher, right? Nabuche, I think her name is, yeah. The one old girl from Dead Presidents. Yeah, okay, she was in it. Sanaa Lathan was in it. But even with them in it, it never felt black at all. Nothing about it represented black culture. None. Right? So to act like, you don't know what people were saying. Yeah, Blade was a black superhero. Blade kicked off Marvel's run. You know what I'm saying? That movie helped to start the Marvel Cinematic Universe for sure, without question, right? And Wesley deserves props for that. But Blade was not a movie surrounded in blackness. It was not a predominantly black cast, and that's what people are talking about when they give Black Panther credit for being a black movie. I mean, being a movie with a predominantly black cast. It's a superhero movie, but it's a movie with a predominantly black cast, with a black lead, just blackness all throughout the film. And that was the first of its kind to hit the theaters like that. Even if a movie has a black superhero lead, it's surrounded in whiteness. It is surrounded in whiteness to package it up to sell well to the public, to the American public. And y'all know that. Because again, wasn't shit black about Blade but Wesley Snipes and what, Nebuchadnezzar? But that's it. Well, really Wesley, because he the main lead for real. But wasn't nothing black about that movie. Again, it started off in a rave. When have you ever seen black folks being in a rave? And I'm not talking about black folks that look like goddamn Hobson. I'm talking about black folks that look like me, that look like Lil Durk, that look like Allen Iverson, black folks that even look like Denzel Washington, not even just black folks that look like damn Samuel L. Jackson, black folks that look like John Amos, black folks that look like Sanaa Lathan. You ain't never seen us in no rave. You know what I'm saying? Nor are we like, vampire culture is not like prominent. I mean, Vampire in Brooklyn, Eddie Murphy did that, but that ain't prominent within our culture. Like, you know what I mean? To be even, yeah, like, we ain't going, no. So, as great as Blade is as a film, that never felt like a black movie. Because it wasn't. Even though Blade was black. And y'all know that. But you holler Blade out to try to discredit Black Panther when black folks say, yo, it's the first black superhero movie with a predominantly black cast, you know, and it did well. It's the first of its kind. Y'all know what we talking about when we say that. But you use your, again, what about Blade is y'all, what about Chicago? So you don't, because you don't want to talk about race, because race makes you feel so uncomfortable. So funny that anti-black race is called black folks snowflakes, right? But they be so damn scared and shaking in their boots whenever race get brought up. They be ready to have a fit, ready to cry, ready to have a goddamn temper tantrum like a 2 or 3 year old. You know what I'm saying? So it's quite funny how they always holler that out. But give Black Panther its credit. That movie, when that movie first hit the theaters, what was that, 2018, Black Panther came out? Again, man, it was the first of its kind. We had never seen all a superhero movie surrounded in blackness like that. For real, especially in the Marvel world. I ain't talking about Meteor Man with Robert Townsend. You know, shout out to Robert Townsend, man. Shout out to Robert Townsend, man. Chicago brother. You feel me? Great black movie director. Great movie director, black man. But I'm talking about like with a budget that big that Black Panther had. In the Marvel universe, it's the first of its kind with a black lead surrounded by blackness. Blade was not surrounded by blackness, and y'all know it.